This is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Let's be honest, wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Design. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
Good morning, Jobfather Nation. Welcome to the Jobfather. We're a part of NTX Radio, a podcast collective, proudly serving all of North Texas and can be heard all over the world on TuneIn Radio and on the NTX Radio app, on Android and Apple CarPlay, or just ask Alexa to play NTX Radio. Check out our lineup and more at ntxradio.com. We thank our valued partners in helping us amplify the voices of North Texas. Well, we are so excited to be here, our second show of 2025. And we have got an incredible lineup for you today. We are going to get to meet with Anna Morgan. She is a longtime friend and career coach of Foster's. And she's going to be able to talk about something called Evolve, which is happening in Atlanta on January 30th. So we're going to let Foster introduce you and dig in a little bit deeper here in a second. Just so everybody knows, we are seeing an uptick in the market. So let's give God some thanks for that. And let's start by a quick word of prayer. Father God, we are just so grateful to be a part of this show. We're thankful to be a part of your kingdom, and we're thankful, Lord, to help all job seekers and transitioners. We just pray you would open up incredible doors of opportunity for them and help use this platform to support them during this time. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Well, Foster, we're excited to be here. We've got an exciting first half. We'll announce the fabulous guest of the second half when we get to the second half. But before we jump in to meeting and introducing Miss Anna Morgan, do you want to share any updates, openings, and of course our dad joke of the first half?
I want to skip the dad joke of this first part because I want to get to Anna as quickly as we can.
Love it.
And I'm going to have y'all's dad joke for the second part of the show when Virginia's coming on. How about that? Hey, Anna Banana. Hey, that's my friend there. Cool. So everybody out in Atlanta that are listening to us right now, I want y'all to pay good attention to what we're going to be talking about. And we've got a big network there in Atlanta, especially it is, I guess, the center of attraction is the RUMC group, the Roswell United Methodist Church has a big group there like we do at South Lake Focus Group here. So it is cool. And y'all, that lady that cool looking lady right there, that's Anna Morgan. Now, that's Anna Morgan. I shared with you guys.
I love Anna.
Yeah. Y'all want to go to Anna's profile and check her out. And she, guys, is the founder of Career BFF. Now, some of you guys have seen me wearing my T-shirt around that said Career BFF. I am not the Career BFF.
I need a T-shirt.
And a long time ago, Anna gave me a pillow and a T-shirt and everything.
Oh my gosh, she's awesome! I want her to be my friend too.
Y'all got to hook up.
Yeah, I love merch. First of all, Foster, thank you for having me on. As well as all the hosts. I'm so happy to be a part of this and to be able to amplify the message of Evolve, especially to your audience. I'm so
let's talk about that. What is it?
What is it?
What is this thing?
What is it?
I love planning events and building community. And I saw, a gap in the market based on all of the conferences and professional development experiences that I've attended. And it is my 50th birthday on the day of the event.
How exciting! Wow. I think we're the same age, my friend Anna. We've got to definitely connect.
Yeah. So what better way to celebrate your birthday than to bring all your business besties in the recruitment and human resources space to Atlanta for a day of community connection, learning, but then stay for the party.
Oh, yeah. You guys do that pretty good down there.
That sounds fun.
That's right. But the important piece is that I have a deep passion for elevating people leaders. And
that's an understatement.
Talent acquisition, recruitment, HR have had a really challenging time since 2020. And honestly, I wanted to build a space where I could just love on them and remind them how important they are and, give them tools focused on wellness, innovation, and branding, because we cannot lead from an empty cup. And
Yeah.
I have been blessed with such a great community that has stepped up to help me create this experience. And it is a power greater than me that has made all this come together within a short 2 months. I didn't even have this on my radar. I would say in October, 7 months ago, I was like, oh, I would love to have a conference. And then like right before Thanksgiving, I'm like, I'm doing it. And so here we are.
Here we are. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys, Anna, we've got G with us.
G is one of our speakers.
Yeah, I know. And Carrie of Ave, my friend out of Los Angeles, is with us. Hey, Carrie, thanks for spending time with me on the phone yesterday.
Yeah.
We had a good time on the phone last night. And David Williams is with us. I am a Williams, and we got Jim Williams with us as well. So the Williams brothers are front and center. And so, and there's many, 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 many other people. You guys, those of you guys that are listening on YouTube, please chime into the chat and let us know that you're here. I know you guys are shy, but do it anyway. So, okay, what we're talking about is going to take place on January 30, right?
January 30th. So I want to invite people, one, to think about, have I invested in my own professional and career development? And I think also, if I'm really vulnerable, if I think back to how I've come up in this industry, is that, my managers and organizations weren't necessarily giving myself and my teams access to opportunities to be better recruiters and talent leaders. And so that's another reason that I wanted to create this, because the world of work is moving very quickly.
Oh my God.
And
it's ramped up now.
Yeah, to stay relevant, to stay employed, to serve from a healthier space. Those are really my goals for this experience. And I think it's going to be very different from an immersive learning experience. We've all attended events where you're just talked at the entire day, right?
Yeah.
And selfishly, being a little neurospicy and ADHD,
I love it. Oh my gosh!
Are we kindred spirits?
Carrie and I were talking about that very thing last night.
Oh my gosh! I have to copy you. I want to have a t-shirt business.
I think you just need to get on a plane.
Is going to be on there. Neurospicy. I am neurospicy.
Anthony's joined us. Hey, good morning, Anthony. All right.
Oh my gosh, you are totally my spirit animal. Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm so excited about what you're doing and want to keep going on what you were saying. I cut you off at neurospicy. I just couldn't help myself.
I like that.
Yeah, so I struggled in school. I was held back. I failed out of college. I finished college later. It was essentially a late bloomer, right? And I learned differently. I process information differently. And I learned by doing. I learned from thinking out loud and brainstorming with others. And so I wanted to bring that into my experience. So my gracious speakers all have been challenged with really making these segments very workshop, mastermind, intentionally, focused activities with each other. Every attendee is going to have an assigned table. So I'm curating who is sitting with who, because the other problem is at conferences, people attend and then talk to the same people all the time. And then they get home and they're like, I don't know anybody.
I didn't make that.
I'm going to solve that problem because candidly, I have a track record of putting amazing people together that you never would think would vibe or connect, and then watch them create incredible things. And so then second half of the day, they'll have a different table, and it's just going to be magical. And I've had so much fun planning this. And like I said, the other night I had a little bit of a meltdown and I was like, who am I to think I can pull this off in like 12 weeks?
You're the
And
one.
but my community
Yeah.
has shown up like you all. So thank you.
You guys go to Anna Morgan's LinkedIn profile. You guys will see a wonderful display about the Evolve event that's coming up. And that is Anna Morgan, guys, Morgan. I spelled it right. Her husband gave it to her. And and Carrie Ave. You know, you and I were talking about Anna last night. I'm going to introduce you guys because you believe me, you need to meet Carrie. She's out in California, so you're way on the other coast. You're almost in the ocean out there, not quite, but Carrie's on the west, on the Pacific side of things. So that's what I do. I'm the job father. That's what I do.
You're making those connections, and I love that. I do travel out west for some conferences as well, and that was another aspect of building Evolve here in Atlanta was, I would like to see more conferences in the talent and HR space focused in Atlanta. And so I took fast action, and, it's going to be amazing. I'm hosting it at InfoMart, which is a woman-owned global background check and our tech company. And the owner, Tammy Cohen, has been really like a pioneer of women in business in Atlanta. So the fact that I was able to reconnect with her, and she has this beautiful office space where we're hosting the event. It's just, again, been divine how everything has come together.
I'm telling you what, Anna, I am so excited about what you're doing. And I wanted to tell you, Beacon Oral Specialists, the company that I'm very blessed to work for, we have like 20 plus oral surgery practices, and we hire in a lot of different positions out in Atlanta. As a matter of fact, I'm working on reporting right now. And as soon as Foster said that you were from Atlanta, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm putting together things for like all of our locations: West, East, Cobb, Sugar Hill, Johns Creek, Atlanta proper.
All those stomping grounds, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're throughout. There's like 20 something practices throughout the whole Metroplex, so it's really awesome. But what you do, Anna, is so needed, and you are right.
Yeah, it is.
Most I was caught up for the first time in my life in a layoff in 2023, and I've never seen the market as challenging as it's been for recruitment, talent acquisition, HR, pretty much all areas. So I appreciate you pointing that out, because it's very, very legit. But I'm pleased to say I've seen the market improve over the last couple of years, and I'm hoping it's going to continue to improve. But the things that you're doing out in Atlanta, and people need to be involved in these things, even if you're not in the job search at the moment, going and serving to help those and meet great people. That's how you truly meet great people. I cannot tell you, y'all, if you're in the Atlanta area or close by, you need to reach out to Anna. I am telling you right now, getting involved in these things, whether you're volunteering or you're wanting to transition in your career, you're wanting a new job, or you're truly in the job search, being connected with the right people makes all the difference in the world. And Foster found me doing speaking at a different Careers in Motion group. I was volunteering my time, and it has been the biggest
spirit in you.
Yeah, well, it's been the biggest blessing of my life. And here I am today, casual Friday. Sorry. I'm work from home today.
No, I like that.
Well, I normally
Paradise Cove.
It is in Malibu. I went there to visit a practice, and went there to, well, it was in Agora Hills, but I went to eat. One of the ladies that ran the office in Agora Hills said, go down to Paradise Cove for dinner. So I went by myself, and I sat in the sand over the ocean, watched the sunset while I ate dinner. But normally I come on the shows looking a little more business professional, but you know what?
I don't know about that.
I did have my blazer on, but red is my color too, and I was just blending in with the background.
Oh, you look,
This show is comfortable. Carrie Ave, you see what I got on? I got my Bruin blue on, and it's Bruin blue basketball time right now.
Yep. I get it, because our poor horns unfortunately didn't make it to the next round. But breaks
we'll
my
do okay
heart.
next year.
Yep. So,
Can I
but
add to? Oh, sorry.
no,
Yeah, sorry, Anna. We're just talking.
yeah, go Anna. We want to hear you. We're here. We want you to talk.
Oh, thank you. No,
Yeah.
I really love that you're encouraging people. And it's so important, even if you are employed, that you are out networking virtually, in person, within your organization.
Amen.
Because that builds career insurance, as I call it.
That is such a good term. Oh my gosh, I'm writing all this down.
We got a new term. We got it, Dana. We got
Okay,
it.
so I'm
Dana's
gonna
even
pull back
likes
the
that one.
curtain and give you the discounted rate for how you get career insurance.
Okay.
It's very consistent community building, thought leadership, sharing who you are, what you're all about, giving tips and tricks and value in service of maybe what you may have needed earlier in your career. So I tell people who have struggles with creating content that make it an active service work. You talked about getting involved. Maybe someone can't, hit the streets and be of service in person, but they can, share their expertise about merchandising or logistics. And you can almost be this, virtual mentor of sorts, because you never know, that ripple effect impact that you can potentially make. And so anytime that you go to a networking event, anytime you have a coffee chat, you are putting that little monthly deposit in your career insurance bank account.
It.
And then, when and if we are unexpectedly hit with a career fender bender, like a layoff,
that's a good one too.
You
Career
now
fender bender.
have that community that knows you, likes you, and trusts you. That you have earned the right to say, hey, I'm hosting this Evolve event like a crazy person, and I need you, or I am open to work, how can, all the things that I've shared for you, how can we support you in this transition?
You brought up such another, okay, first of all, you are so creative and so good at what you do. And I just love to see, I feel like there's a community of Fosters out there, right? And Fosters and Annas.
Anna's a lot better than me.
Oh, I think everybody just brings their beautiful own touch to everything, and their God-given gifts. And Anna, I want to say I like how you said career insurance, because it really is. When I found myself let me just say, when I found myself in a layoff, I'd never been laid off before, and it scared me. It was right after COVID, and being single, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to figure out how to cover my bills, because employment doesn't cover too much. And so God opened doors and blessed me. But in that time, what I learned was, wow, how grateful I am that I'm part of Foster's community here in the Dallas-Fort Worth and other communities. Foster networked me with a great group in Tampa and other networks, and people reached out of the woodworks. Do you want to have lunch? I'm so sorry to hear you got laid off. Let's talk. And you know what? It's emotional, right? So not only is it career insurance as far as connecting, earning the right to, be referred and to feel part of a larger group that believes in you and can support you and refer you and be there for you. But there's emotional support as well. Right.
Well, it's almost like your health insurance, because
it is,
extended job search, especially the data for men, they attach their identity so much to work, right? And job transitions have become a mental health crisis. And, people are leaving the workforce completely, and white collar jobs are down right now, and more trade opportunities are on the rise. And it's so important to have that community. So, when you're having that awful day or the meltdown like I did the other day, that that you can just pick up the phone. And being able to do that can literally be life-saving for some.
literally life-saving. I'm so appreciative
You
of you
know what I'm
pointing this out.
involved. You know what I'm really excited about. This Evolve event has got a lot, guys. I want you. We've got a lot of HR people and a lot of recruiters that are on this call. I'm
Oh yeah.
sorry, Carter Garvin, talent acquisition professionals.
I love it. I
so,
love it. I
so
love
there's
it.
a lot for those people there at the event. Now we have Anna. Tell us a little bit about the coupon code for a discount.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's the other thing about these conferences. In 2024, the average, career development conference in this industry was about, I would say, $1,200 to $2,200. So I had a Black Friday sale for $199, early bird for $275, and late registration essentially for $350. So I am super happy to offer $100 off for the Jobfather community. And I do have the ability to do, sponsor Jobseeker in that space that may be able to come. So if they would like, to be considered, you're welcome to please message me. And I will be happy to try to make it work. So definitely doing a balance of trying to give some decent discounts because this is a business, but also really give back to this community as well.
You guys see what I'm talking about when I say we are a family?
We are a
I'm
family.
not lying, you guys. If we
And
stick
not just in
together,
Dallas, right? I mean,
not
it's
not just
nationwide.
in
We
Dallas.
help one
New
another.
York,
Yeah.
Chicago.
I
Hey,
know.
North Carolina, we're not forgetting you guys, and South Carolina as well. So I haven't forgotten you, Robin.
Chattanooga. I've got people coming from
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga, North Carolina, Tennessee.
Yep.
So if you're on this call or you're listening, you're catching the replay and you want to be a part of the Evolve movement and support attendance, I would just ask that you run a quick search on LinkedIn by job title, human resources, people, first connection, Georgia, and just go through those connections and say, hey, I heard about Anna Morgan hosting Evolve. It's a great day of career development. Here is a personal invite and a special coupon code, and you all are welcome to give that out. And let's fill the room with people so that I can love on them, pour into them, and we'll collectively be able to, really reimagine the world of work through well-being, community, innovation, and brand amplification. So it all works in my spiky head.
You see what Abby Dunn said about you over there in the chat?
What did she say?
Anna Morgan's the best. She is. And Kathleen's with us. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Kathleen's in Florida. And
Hello.
I'm assuming that you're back in Florida and you're not in North Carolina with Mom. So I think you're back in Miami. Anyway, that's a deal. That's a private joke between me and Kathleen. It's not a joke. It's reality.
Can I introduce one of our we have two what do you call those mascots? Wrigley. Everyone's met him.
Yeah, introduce. Yeah, do that.
Look at this. This is Wheels. I adopted him from South Carolina. He's my little nugget.
Wheels. Okay.
And I'm sitting I'm working in there's a spot behind me where he can sit. And little guy just decided to join the show. But I just want to let y'all say hi before he goes and behaves himself.
Hey, Wills, I've heard all about you, and I've not met you yet. Uncle Foster's coming over there.
Oh, Uncle Foster better, because Wrigley's sitting right here. He's being a good boy, real quiet. He knows Uncle Foster said he can't talk while we're on the show.
It was my nephew. That's right.
Yeah.
Can I tell you about the special guest that's going to be joining Evolve as well?
Love it. Yes.
I'm going to turn off my camera for 2 seconds and grab the special person.
Okay,
and I'll be right
that'd be
back,
great.
Okay?
Good. Sally Sharp's with us too. Cool.
Hey, Sally. Yeah, we got and we have our J Hop. We love our J Hop and Abby Dunn, Kathleen O'Connell. Man, we got a great group today.
Yeah, folks coming in.
I
told you guys. G. I just call her G.
G.
G was living in Detroit when I first met her, and I think Anna will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Anna was in Houston when I first met Anna.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is Lily.
Hi, Lily!
The career BFF mascot.
Oh, I love her.
Emotional support dog. So she comes to all my conferences with me. And a lot of times I show up and people are like, "Where's Lily?"
Yeah.
I can't bring her.
See, we're real people here. We have families and we have people we love when we work really hard. Hi, Uncle Foster. We love the Jobfather. We love Career BFF, and we love Evolve.
Hey, man. Save Uncle Hug when I come over there. We'll talk about it. Later.
Yeah. Awesome. You all are such a fun group.
Yeah,
so are you. Well, I'm just thankful for you being here. And Foster, thank you for bringing Anna to the table. Now, we say this a lot, but it's the truth. Like, Foster is very particular about who he recruits to be on the show.
I'm very particular.
He looks for people that have that heart. And Anna has the heart to love and serve those around her, connect those around her. You would be remiss if you do not attend Evolve.
Oh, perfect. There's music. We're going to go to commercial. We're going to come back with Virginia. And that's what we'll do. And a dad joke, too. So I'll see y'all in a minute.
You have a fighter, yeah. We love no Foster.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Hey, Jobfather Nation, we are back for the second half of the Jobfather, and let me tell you what an amazing first half of the show. Do not forget to check out the information for Evolve. We are so excited. Just remember, NTX Radio is a radio and podcast collective. We're proudly serving all of North Texas, and the Jobfather is honored to be a part of this group. NTX Radio can be heard all over the world on TuneIn Radio and on the NTX Radio app on Android. Again, you can access this via Apple, Android, Apple CarPlay, online, and you also can ask Alexa to play NTX Radio. I just have to whisper it every time, otherwise it starts to happen in the background and it disrupts. So.
I love it.
But we are so excited, Foster. I know you have a dad joke, and then we have a
I do.
fabulous guest for the second half as well. So I can't wait to hear.
I apologize for you guys that I did not have a dad joke for the first half of the show because we were kind of challenged for time. We wanted to talk to Anna and get her on there. And we have got Virginia now, Virginia Whitmore. And before we get to Virginia, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about Virginia, let's have this dad joke. So
Let's do
I
it.
was out, I was out networking yesterday with South Lake Focus Group, and I met this lady, and she said she knew me from the vegetarian restaurant, and I'm like, okay, but I never met her before.
Oh my gosh. That's kind of funny, Foster.
Herbivore, guys, herbivore.
Herbivore.
I
That
got
one's kind of hard.
Yeah, that one's it. So, okay, who's going to be my Carrie?
Yes.
You have to rank my lame dad joke this
Oh,
time.
so much
I
fun.
thought it was funny when it was given to me. So anyway, I thought I'd share it with you guys. That is a dad joke, isn't it, Kathleen? All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about it's kind of cool. She's listening. We can talk a little bit about Virginia. She's right there. So, Virginia Whitmore, guys, Whitmore. And she is Virginia. I want you to tell us what CRCM is. But, guys, Virginia is one of those compliance people. You know those people that you gotta fly, that you gotta walk the straight line when you're around those people when they show up on you. And she's a global financial career guidance person. So she's going to be the person that's going to tell you guys, especially you leadership people, she's going to be the one to tell you guys these are the rules and this is how we need to get it done, and share that with you guys about how we can get that done. So y'all better be listening to Virginia. I want you guys to hire Virginia because she is ready to go right now. And hey, Virginia.
Hello, Foster. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, sure. Her voice sounds authoritative, doesn't it?
Yeah, not afraid.
Virginia, tell us what you are and tell us how it all shakes out. And what's CRCM?
That is compliance risk, compliance and management, given its certification by the American Bankers Association. There's only 2 or 3 that provide those certifications for the United States that are approved by the Federal Reserve, federal regulators. So American Bankers Association is pretty big.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yes.
So you're the person that goes into these companies. Now, you have worked for banks and financial institutions, right?
Yeah. Yes. And that's what I wanted to share today, my insights about my journey in risk and regulatory compliance, as well as the banking and finance industries.
Let's dig it up. Yeah, let's do.
I have an extensive experience intersecting compliance with operations and strategy, working with leadership, C-suite, executive level leadership. I have been fortunate enough to work for the largest institutions in the world. I have worked for all of the big 4 firms on a domestic platform and an international platform. So my foundation is in legal. So I began my career in legal.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And because I began in legal, that I was able to sit in the hot seat for mediations or litigations as the physical body representing the bank next to the actual legal representation, our attorneys.
Oh, okay.
But you always have to have a physical body for the bank.
Yeah, they are like that. Yeah.
It's funny, right? Because you would think the lawyer would be sufficient, correct?
Yeah.
You would think that, but the lawyer's got to keep their eye on you or her eye on you.
Yeah.
While you're keeping your eye on everybody else and telling them, hey, this is what we got to do, you guys. Sorry.
Exactly. So I began in legal, and since I was in the hot seat, I understood, okay, the bank, we're here because we're in violation of some regulation. So that's why we're here.
Got it.
So then I thought, well, why are we not doing what we're supposed to do? And so that's how I began into federal regulatory compliance, and it's consumer compliance. So all of your regulations from A through Z, Consumer
Okay.
compliance is broad, and the reason why consumer compliance, consumer lending is broad is because it covers mortgage, credit cards, automotive, so that those are
Okay.
broad within themselves, as we all know.
Yeah, no
Mortgage,
doubt. Each one of those
Mm.
components. Yeah.
correct. So I'm responsible for all of those regulations pertaining to those three consumer lending groups.
Okay.
So that's large and broad, and that's why people
Mhm.
find it difficult to understand
Ah,
why and how I'm able to have so many different streams of proficiency in risk and compliance.
Right.
yeah. Yeah,
But
that
our
makes sense.
but our world is broad.
Yeah.
So federal regulatory compliance, I've worked in their AML BSA, which is a super hot topic right now. All of the banks right now are in the hot seat for
What is that?
Yeah, yeah.
AML is anti-money laundering.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anti-money laundering, that's a regulation, a law that the banks don't seem to follow very well. Um,
Mm.
and
That's the
BSA,
truth.
BSA, which is Bank Secrecy Act.
Okay.
So those right now, for example, TD Bank, they just had to pay 3.09 billion to the
Yeah.
federal. I can't remember if it's the OCC or the CFPB, but it's one of the federal regulators.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Find them, and usually banks pay in the millions, but they do not pay in the billions. So this is the first time that someone's being held accountable for in the $1 billion mark.
Wow.
Dana, we better be careful. We got I'm glad we got Virginia on our side, on our
I
team.
know it for sure.
Yes. And so right now they are in hot. So that's TD Bank, USAA. I just read about theirs yesterday.
Okay. Hey, Breton.
CFPB called them out. So yeah, so there's all these banks that they need my help. They need me to come in and help
They do, yeah.
organize and get those regular. I can maneuver those regulatory examinations where they can pass them.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes,
Finagling a little bit. Well, we won't say finagle's not the right word. We want to, what would you call that?
it's
Readjusting.
remediation foster. You would
Yeah,
remediate.
remediation.
So
Yeah, I
provide a
knew you were going to use
remediation.
a big word that I can't spell.
Yeah.
No, I can spell it, y'all. I'm just kidding.
So I do have a compliance hat. And then I've also veered off to the left to enterprise risk management. So I have another
Wow.
hat. So
Oh
before the
my
market
God.
changed, risk was one individual, compliance was another individual. But due to market changes, everything is merging into one.
Uh-huh.
So you have your risk, compliance, and now they want to add the IT hat to the mix.
So things keep changing, right? Is it monthly or is it quarterly? Do you see more of these big changes coming that you have to be cognizant of?
Cognizant of on a quarterly basis. And that
Okay.
is why in my entire career, I have done continuing education always. It was not
Always.
mandatory, but because
Oh,
I, on my own, like to be the sharpest one in the room, I am
yeah.
constantly ahead
Yeah,
and
you do
learning.
good with that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm constantly ahead of the game and ready for whatever is coming. Because in my world, it is a very fast moving world. So you have to be
Mm,
ready to jump. So you are constantly, it's fast. It's like being on a merry-go-round that does not stop moving.
hmm
Mm.
Hey, now, Virginia, do you have to? Well, I think the answer is yes, but you're on a global scene as well with what it is that you do, right?
Yes. So I have worked for example, one of the big four banks was in violation of a regulation. We were in the process of being fined, so we needed to provide a regulatory remediation response. And it was my
Oh,
responsibility to work with different countries, Europe, Russia, Australia, to provide the response for what we were going to do to move forward in our credit cards, consumer
wow.
lending policies, procedures, whatnot. And I'm not divulging third party information. This is information that we can all find
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Google. So
Right,
just so
right.
anybody out there, it's like, she's giving the secrets away. No, no. And so yes, so I've worked on a global platform simultaneously with 10 different countries at one time.
Golly.
to provide responses, because in other countries, sometimes they feel like this is a project they can push back on. And this is not. When it comes to the federal regulators, there is not a pushback. There's not. If you have the date, if you're due January the 1st, it's due January the 1st. This is not something we can push off to June, July. As we're all fully aware, every project you've been on, they always push it back.
Yeah, there's a lot of pushback.
And so it's rare to actually meet or exceed those timelines. And I am proficient at exceeding those timelines because I do take it seriously, and I help the team understand why we have to meet these timelines. And so I do work with the teams, listen to them so that we can move forward and meet these timelines.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And companies, I want to tell you a little thing that I have observed about Virginia. Virginia is very serious about what she does. I'm sure you can
I'm
pick that up.
impressed. Yeah.
But it is impressive. But you know what? What I really, really like about Virginia is that she's easy to work with. Now, she's a team player. Now, guys, we got to do this certain thing, but I'm on your team. I'm on your side. I want to work with you. We got to get our company through this so that things can come in, so that we can, take on new clients, all that sort of thing. It has to be done a certain way, and we're going to make sure we get that done. But I'm going to spend the time with you guys, build those relationships, and help you guys understand why we got to do this way. That's been my observation of Virginia. So you companies, y'all need to hire Virginia. You know what you need to do? You need to call and talk to Virginia and ask her questions about certain things. You guys will be surprised with these conversations, the value that will come out of some of those conversations.
So Virginia, when you're looking at your next 5 years, kind of what opportunities are you looking for? Where do you see yourself, and where do you feel that, due to your passions, the first part of the question, what you're looking for, do you feel sets you apart from most other people?
Well, I enjoy working. I would love in 5 years from now to be in a role that would allow for training. So that is one of my things, is training. And one of the things I've done before I was laid off is just help groups that are in my community for guidance on financial career. Because when you tell a young person, hey, go get a job at the bank, they think bank teller. They don't understand that there's a whole world of opportunities in the banking industry that are more than just being a bank teller.
Right.
So one of my passions is just training. So that's one thing I do enjoy about my role. My previous roles is the opportunity when we would have brand new teams of interns from colleges and training them and showing them how things can be done efficiently with that guidance that they so need.
Hey, Virginia, Catalina asked a good question. I'm curious of that too. Are you directly involved with mitigating any risks for SEC regs and stuff like that? Especially, she said, like for ESG. I don't know what ESG is, but I know you guys do. But do you do any of that stuff? Are you proficient? Have you been in that world?
My world is more centered around consumer lending.
Okay.
I have been some SEC regs, yes. But that's more towards your wealth and investments, that industry. But it is not anything that I cannot read the regulatory examination handbook and become proficient, because there are several lines of businesses that I'm not a subject matter expert in, but I must still do an internal audit on that line of business, or an RSCA, a risk compliance self-assessment. And I will be proficient with something new within a week on their policies and procedures. And
I love how proactive you are. That's
I know. This is impressive, because I know nothing about what y'all are talking about.
Yes, and I also wanted to add that because it's broad, it's difficult to explain all the roles that I'm qualified to do. So, for example, third-party risk management, it falls under risk. So third-party risk management is working with vendors. So I've had at one time 3,000 vendors that I'm responsible to ensure that the contractors underneath me, that my team is doing their compliance piece and their risk piece on every vendor. So going through each vendor, making sure the contracts are correct, doing our due diligence. So that's a large number. So I'm also available for third-party risk management, vendor management, contract management, legal contract management. That's another responsibility of mine. Legal contracts is reviewing the legal contracts that we have with third-party vendors under commercial banking and retail banking. So I also have, I do not have a law degree, but I should have a law degree because I'm also wearing the attorney, the law hat.
Yeah.
And also I can grab the law and translate the law and apply it to the line of business. So that is my responsibility to read, review the law, and translate.
Yeah, you've been sitting next to the lawyer enough. You probably picked up some of the things that they're asking or some of the conversations that they've had. And hey, guys, you learn by being immersed. So I know I did. Dana's a much better recruiter than I ever
Oh,
was,
stop it.
but but I love my friends because I pull close to people like Virginia, people like Dana, because if I'm hanging out with Dana, they're gonna think I know what I'm talking about. And I do, because I listen to Dana and I listen to Virginia talk about stuff. So
You learn from
that's what
those
I
that
like
you
about
surround
networking,
yourself.
guys.
Yep.
Yep,
It's
surround
so
yourself.
important.
Yep, I
Important.
was a director. It was important to do that.
Absolutely. Virginia, one thing I'm just really impressed with is your proactive and competitive nature to learn, to set yourself apart, and you're self-driven. That is awesome. We tell people, and I heard someone I was interviewing with this week say something really meaningful, that we're the CEO of ourselves, and it shows what kind of CEO you are because you're driven and you are proactive. Any company that has the opportunity to work with you obviously is not only going to have a committed, bright, outside the box thinker,
That's a
but
good word.
but the fact that you continuously push yourself to learn, and you've got the demeanor to be able to go into these tough situations
Yep.
and professionally and confidently present yourself in a very, I would say, professionally poised manner, which, especially when you're dealing with legal items and you're dealing with things that are really challenging or scary for people and or organizations to discuss. I mean, these aren't light topics. I can appreciate that, that you have that sense of, confidence and authority to go in and say, hey, we got to talk about this. Hey, let's discuss this. Let's talk, let's get down to the nuts and bolts, and let's get into the specifics behind these different, laws and regulations. So very exciting. And I have no doubt that you will land so incredibly quickly. Are there any specific industries or types of companies that you are wanting to work for or target? What are your
Yes.
thoughts around that?
I'm industry agnostic, so I will work for any industry.
Okay.
But I do have some targets that I would love to, if somebody could help open the door. USAA.
Yeah, that's my job. Yeah, we'll be talking, you and I, anyway. So yeah.
USAA, PayPal,
Hey, pal.
L3 Harris.
Okay, I work there. Yeah.
Yes, and so those are great opportunities, but I am industry agnostic. And I am glad, Dana, that you were able to acknowledge and see the value of my proactivity, because that's what I'm overlooked right now. I am overlooked because I don't have an MBA and I don't have a bachelor's, and they're like, recruiters will look at it and they will advise me. They'll say, well, you don't have a master's. And what people don't understand is not everyone is put in a place of, that's a luxury I was not afforded.
Right.
And I am still continuing to get my education. If somebody hires me today and they say I need a master's, well, then I will, once hired, I will go get the master's.
Yeah, we'll go get it. Yeah.
Yes. But yes, I have been, Dana, it is unbelievable. I have been employed since I was 12 years old.
Wow.
And this is the first time in my life to be unemployed for this amount of time. So it is, it's shocking. It's very shocking to have all this
It's
information. I'm very
hard. Yeah.
overlooked,
Understood.
and
Yeah.
I have applied for individual contributor roles, and entry level contributor roles, and I'm still overlooked for that as well. But yes, I have been employed since I was 12 years old, and I have been a breadwinner my entire life.
That's
So,
amazing.
and now I am unfortunately a single mother. And so I must work. I don't have the luxury of parents or family that can pay a
Uh-huh.
bill or two. So I need to work yesterday.
Yeah, I understand that. And it
Hmm.
was scary. I was laid off for the first time,
Dana
like I
was just
mentioned, the
there.
first
Yeah.
half, yeah, in 2023. And it is scary, but continue to network, continue to position yourself. And, I'll be honest with you, something that we tell a lot of the listeners when we're working with them in different workshops and different networking settings is, first of all, sometimes it is a little bit of a numbers game, right? And I will say I probably applied to well over 100 plus, maybe 200 plus positions during my layoff, maybe even more than that. I can't
Maybe
even
even
keep a
more than
track of
that.
it.
Yeah.
And it's a numbers game, and leveraging who you know really really does help. The
Makes a
right
difference.
door will open, and, it's all about building rapport once you get on the phone with the decision makers and really listening to their questions. Even me, as someone who coaches people about interviewing, it was funny. I haven't had to interview in a while. So
Oh, yeah.
when I started heavily interviewing again, I found myself overselling myself in some of these interviews because was in the same place. I'm a single individual. I don't have someone to help float until I land. And so it was really scary. And it was interesting because I look back on that whole process and I was like, wow, I can coach someone left and right. I know exactly what to look for when I'm interviewing people. I've been doing this forever. I can always tell who the it factor people are. And
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I still think I interviewed well, but there were times where I just was in excitement to get back to work, overselling myself to a certain extent
Hmm.
and over expanding on questions. So something for the audience out there is, listen, we've all been there, and it's hard because you can be really good at something and good at coaching others, and then when you're in the position and your emotions and your challenges are in the back of your head and involved, it can be a little more challenging. So, those are important pointers, and don't be too hard on yourself, right? The right position
Yeah.
is going to open. I say that to the job seeker community, but Virginia, you're going to land quickly. You have got excellent experience and an excellent background, right? And it's just all about the networking, and that will help open
It
additional
is.
doors. And it sounds like Foster may already have some connections with USAA.
Yeah, yeah, Virginia's my buddy. And hey, Brett and Kanya, you're probably listening to us as you usually do. She's out in USSAA. She was in Dallas, and
Yeah.
now she's way up north of Seattle, Washington, up there.
Seattle.
And
Yeah.
so, uh, well, Virginia and I talk. We're buddies anyway, so we talk, and there are going to be a lot of discussions that we're going to be having. And I'm normally, when I have conversations with you guys, I'm rolling through my head are connections and people that are experts in certain areas that you guys talk about and all of that kind of stuff. And that's what I do. I introduce you guys to people that matter. I want you job seekers to go and find people like Virginia, who is a leader in your area
Mhm.
of expertise,
Mhm.
and connect with those people, guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We connect on LinkedIn, but no, I'm talking about connect with people, guys. If you go and you see Virginia's LinkedIn profile, you can see some things that she's posted on. You can see
Yeah.
really, really good what she's into. And if you had some time in that space, you can comment on something that Virginia has done or something she's posted about. And Virginia's going to want to talk about it. My God, it was her interest to start with. And
Thank
so,
Yes,
you.
please
Foster, can I say
reshare my
something real
thing
quick?
on LinkedIn. Please reshare it. And what I will tell everyone that I have been guilty of is the pride and the fear. I'm like, I'll just find a job. I'll find a job fast. I don't want anyone to know because it's embarrassing for me.
No.
Is that Mez? Am I hearing Mez?
Yes, you are hearing Mez.
Go, Mez, go.
Oh my God, Virginia, do not be embarrassed.
No.
It was completely out of your control. Just because, we hear the music now? Really?
Yeah, now they're cutting you. Mez jumped in there. All right,
Virginia,
guys,
you're awesome. Keep your head up.
Yeah. Next week, guys, we're going to have another exciting one. Join us.
Well, I want to hear what Mez has to say.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godly, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your